This year, Echo sponsored the E3 conference put on by PCMA Heartland chapter. PCMA, the Professional Convention Management Association, is one of the largest organizations in the meetings and events industry, connecting planners, venues, and suppliers from around the world. The E3 theme was to educate, engage, and experience. And honestly, that worked out great because that's exactly why Echo was there. We ran a 2-camera setup to produce a switched feed, meaning we were cutting between angles in real time, just like a broadcast production. That switched feed drove everything we built afterward. And what was really fun about this one was watching the meeting planners in the room react. A lot of them knew this kind of technology existed, they just hadn't seen it implemented effectively in an event their size. And those are some of the best sized events Echo services. Here's a challenge we come across quite a bit. The ballroom was dark. Stormy day, low ambient light, and even our Sony FS7s and FX9s were struggling to pull detail out of the room. Of course, the plan was to fix it in post. We brought the files in, pushed the exposure up, and brought up the shadows. It introduced a little bit of artifacting, and it degraded the quality slightly, but it's a way better than having a super dark image, and it would have been almost unusable without it. Sometimes the job is making the best of what you've got. This one happens at almost every event that we work. Someone in the audience has something valuable to say, and they don't take the microphone. They think they're loud enough, which they are for everybody in the room, but not for the recordings. The room might hear them fine, but on this camera, the audio is gone. The fix is simple. Event planners have runners in the room, auxiliary mics available, and brief your team before the event starts.
So before we get started with our panel this afternoon, we have all sorts of recording equipment here in the back.
And for anyone who's watching this who's ever been handed a microphone and turned it down, just take the mic. So let's talk about the hub. What did we actually deliver? The E3 Content Hub included a full meeting recording, a complete transcript, an executive summary, and from that we derived 5 video chapters, 14 individual video clips, 6 blogs, 6 podcasts, and a solid set of social graphics. Each piece is designed to stand on its own. A clip can go on LinkedIn, or a podcast can go on your feed, a blog goes on your site. One event, weeks of content, that's what the hub is built to do. This is pretty fun. It's something we've been experimenting with. We took the E3 transcript and built an AI agent around it. So attendees can go back after the event and actually interact with the content, ask it what the key themes were, search for something a speaker said, surface information you can't quite remember. We're still early in this, but the response has been really strong and it's a fun little tool. And I think this becomes a standard deliverable for Echo events pretty quickly. One tool worth calling out, Castmagic, has made some real improvements lately. We've used it for transcripts for a while because it's genuinely good at that, but repurposing capabilities have leveled up significantly. We're seeing this across a lot of platforms right now. As AI gets more powerful, tools that were single purpose are starting to do a lot more. That said, a human still needs to do the legwork, getting the content into the machine, getting it back out and where it belongs, and catching the judgment calls the AI gets wrong, but it's doing good, and I'm excited about where it's going to go from here.